Assalamu alaikum. Today we're going to be talking about the ruling in the Hanbali Madhab of praying while seated on a chair. This is a summary of a lecture that Sheikhuna Fares bin Falih al-Khazraji hafadhahullah did a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, I don't have time to uh, translate the whole lecture, but if you look on his website, I think you can see it there, and I'll try to put a link in the description, inshallah. But I'll just highlight a few things from my notes that will be beneficial, inshallah. So Shaykhana, he said that as an introduction, that the fiqh books address the prayer and the prayer of the one who is unable to do it or parts of it. So one does a rukn, or one of the pillar acts, according to what he's able to do. So the one who can't stand can sit, as is mentioned in the hadith of Imran bin Hussein radiallahu anhu. Also, it's important to note that sitting isn't a problem for the nafila or the supererogatory prayers, as opposed to the fard. So this issue is really more related to the 5 daily fard prayers. Also, Shaykhuna, he mentioned that the Arabic words al-qu'ud and al-julus have the same meaning, and this in English means sitting, and in the original Arabic language this refers to sitting on the ground, not on a chair or something else. So the jurists, they refer to the hadith of Imran bin Hussein radiallahu anhu for those who are unable to perform the rukn of standing. Now, if a doctor orders one to pray on a chair because sitting on the ground is harmful, his opinion should be followed. However, with the exact issue of the chair, it isn't addressed explicitly in the hadith that we've mentioned. Some would say that the issue should be reverted to the advice of the doctor. And the Shaykhana, he also mentioned that, if we don't see something else in the prophetic sunnah that is dealing with this issue, nor from the issues of the Sahaba and the Tabi'een radiallahu anhum. So the actual ruling, according to the Hanbali Madhab, of praying while seated on a chair is that it is permissible if it fulfills 2 conditions. The first condition is that a doctor should be the one to determine that one cannot sit on the ground. Now, it is preferred that the doctor be a practicing Muslim doctor. If one isn't available, the opinion of a reliable Kitabi doctor could also be followed. Kitabi meaning a Christian or Jewish person. The second condition is that the doctor should say this himself, meaning that one cannot sit on the ground. It shouldn't be something that's like imposed upon him or requested by the patient. So praying while seated on a chair would be impermissible without these conditions being fulfilled. Shaykhana, he reminded us that still one does as many of these actions, these arkan or pillar actions, that he's able to do. So, for example, one just doesn't sit the whole time if he's able to stand part of the time. Maybe he can start the prayer standing, for example. But once again, this should also be determined by the doctor. And Shaykhana, he said it's also recommended that the person praying in a chair pray in the last row if that's possible. Some of the general evidence is Qawlallahu Ta'ala, the statement of Allah the Exalted, La yukallifu nafsun illa wasa'aha. So Allah doesn't burden one beyond what he can bear. And his statement, Ta'ala fattaqullaha mastata'tum. So have taqwa or fear of Allah as much as you're able. And finally, the hadith of Imran bin Hussein radiallahu anhu, which we've already mentioned. So just in the conclusion, I want to emphasize what Sheikhana Fares bin Falih al-Khazraji was emphasizing, is that the opinion of the doctor is the most important. There is no general fatwa on the issue, so the fatwa is actually following the opinion of the doctor for each individual person. So please try to consult a doctor if you are someone that wants to use this rukhsa or this dispensation to pray while seated if you can't stand. And I think particularly for someone who they're considering this a long-term or kind of permanent condition, you would really want to be sure with the doctor. So we will conclude here. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een.